This video is brought to you by BuyCheapMutCoins.com. Head on over to the website, link will be in the description below. Use the code Ryan at checkout for 5% off all your MUT coin purchases. BuyCheapMutCoins.com, link in the description below. Alright guys, as the title of the video says, we're going to go through some, MVP sets that I've personally found and I've heard from other people to be not so hard to complete. You can actually snipe your way to doing them pretty cheap and actually make a profit doing them. Of course, you got to play the solo challenges to get the MVP collectible for the set. So you're going to have to play a little bit of solo challenges. You're going to have to buy 2 elite badges, but I promise you are going to make a little bit of coin doing this. Maybe if you can even get an elite badge pull or an elite badge snipe, then you'll definitely make a little bit of coin off some of these sets. So I only know a couple here. We're going to go through the first one that I know of. We're going to go ahead and go to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, of course, the Jacksonville Jaguars, you get yourself a 93 overall Zane Beatles. I'm not too sure if anyone really wants that card, but I'm sure there's a Jaguars fan out there that maybe want to buy it. Maybe, Peter Jaguars. There's not too many Jaguars fans, not too many Titans fans either, so a little bit harder of cards to sell, but I'm sure, someone out there will want it. This set right here is not hard at all. As you can see, there's no elite player items in this set. The ones that are going to be a little bit expensive, of course, Blake Bortles, but you're going to end up finding him. Look at that right there, 4,000 coins. Actually went down from yesterday. Moving ahead, Denard Robinson is another card that is going to be a little bit of coin, 9.2k. And if you use my method, like I said, just keep, throughout the day going through, looking for Denard Robinson, clicking on his set, clicking on his card in the set, you're going to end up finding it for maybe around 5 to 6k. Will Taufo is another one that's going to be a little bit of coins. As you guys can see, 6 bids here, 2,200 coins with 7 hours left. People definitely want this card, but I have seen him around 10, 15, even lower. I've seen him around 8k at some point. Mostly you'll find this cheaper when specialty packs are out and stuff like that. So if you guys get your hand on him and Denard Robinson, Blake Bortles, you might be able to do this for a very, cheap price. The one that is going to be the hardest card to obtain, and I have not seen this up for anything less than 30k, is Red Bryant. Now, Red Bryant is another card that you guys want to search. Even if you're not trying to do this set, this is a card you want to search every now and then, because like I said, I've not seen this below 30k. I've seen it at 30k, but not below. If you guys can get your hands on Red Bryant for anything less than 30, I would definitely recommend at least trying to do this set, because it's going to be kind of easy to do. I mean, like I said, these 3 cards here you could find for a decent, snipe, or you could find it for a good buy. Everything else, though, nothing too crazy, nothing too hard to obtain here. Toby Gerhart's 1k. Moving ahead, we have Cecil Shorts, another very cheap card, and he's sitting at 2k right now. Definitely will go cheaper than that. Justin Blackman, I've pulled him multiple times. He's not hard at all. Mercedes Lewis as well. I pulled him a couple times, and he's not very hard to obtain. He's at 4k, but trust me, he only goes for about 2, maybe even 1.5. Jokel, very cheap card. We don't even need to go through him. We have Zane Beatles here. Here's the MVP reward, but in his gold form. And like I said, another very cheap card here. There's nothing else you're going to find besides Josh Scobie, but I do have, I don't even know how I'm trying to say this. I have seen him up for about 8 to anywhere from maybe 4 to 8k. So down here he is right here. There's only one up, and I saw that while I was about to do the video. So 20k is not really his price, believe me. I've definitely seen him up for cheaper than that. I actually just now seen there's a base set Zane Beatles in this set, and actually he is going up for about 8k. So you're probably going to spend over 100k, over maybe around 150 on the players if you buy them high. Definitely, like I said, just look around, try to get some snipes, because most of these cards, the prices right now are not the actual prices. There's not a lot of people on right now. It's actually, I think, about 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. A lot of people are still getting home from school. Not a lot of cards are up. Like I said, though, the Red Bryant is a card you're going to want to try to snipe for sure. Try to get him below 30. And then Denard Robinson, Will Taufo are the other 2 that I would be worried about. And then I wouldn't even be worried about Josh Scobie. Like I said, there's a lot of him that are put up every single day. And then the elite badges, if you guys can get your hands on something cheaper than like 80k for an elite badge. Look at that, 65. We're going to go ahead and grab that right now, and we got it. 65k may seem like a lot of coins, but I could definitely flip that for 80 a little bit later in the day. So like I said, if you guys find a snipe like that, it's not too much of a snipe, but believe me, I could flip that for a profit. Definitely go ahead and grab yourself a couple elite badges, because those are definitely going to be the hardest things to get for the sets. You definitely will find badges like that, though, if you just search you know, elite badges every now and then. You will find people throwing them up for 60, maybe even around 40 to 50K. So Jaguar set, like I said, not the hardest to do, not the easiest if you do have to buy them for their highest price, but just these sets, you need to be very patient with yourself. You got to be a little bit, you know, I don't know the exact word to use. You got to train yourself to not just say, okay, I need this card, I'm going to buy it. Wait a little bit. I promise it'll go down. The next set we're going to talk about here is the St. Louis Rams. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have in this set. Joe Barksdale is one of the cheapest elite cards to buy, and right now he's actually sitting at 68K. I've seen him for as low as 45K, so definitely be sure to check his price out every now and then. If you guys see him up for 45, definitely buy him, because he does, like I said, you've seen it right there, it goes up for about 70 at some points, and even if you want to just flip it, go ahead and do that. The reward you get is a 93 overall Rodney McLeod, or McLeod. He's a free safety with zone D and run stuff styles. Not a card, like I said, that just like the Jaguars, that a lot of people are going to want per se, but there are some Rams fans out there that might want it. The other cards in this set that are actually somewhat rare, I'm going to go ahead and take a look. Zach Stacy sitting about 5K. There's only 2 up, though. He's probably not rare at all. Aaron Donald, here's one right here that's going to be going for a decent chunk of change. 30K is the cheapest right now. I have seen him up for around 20. So if you get him for around 20, 25 maybe, and then you get the Joe Barksdale for around 50, I think you're going to be good for this set, because there's nothing else that's too expensive. We have EJ Gaines sitting here at 4.9K. I've seen him go up for around 2, so he's not rare at all. Tavon Austin, here's another one that you might have a little bit of an issue with, and I guess not. 2K, very, very good buy right there to do the set. Who else here would be kind of expensive on the more, you know, expensive side? We may have Mark Barron. Well, I wonder what he's going for here. 3K. Like I said, this is a very easy set, as you guys were saying. I can't really find anyone that's too expensive. Janoris Jenkins sitting at 3. And we have, who else could be even slightly rare here? Maybe Greg Robinson. He's at 8K. There's only 1 up, though. Yeah, Rams, like I said, Rams set, very, very easy to do. I would definitely recommend doing this one. You may be able to make a little bit of profit if anyone buys a Rodney McLeod. Like I said, the elite badges are probably going to be the hardest things you're going to have to obtain. If you guys pull a couple, don't just sell them, because you could definitely make some coins doing some of these cheap MVP sets. The next set we're going to go ahead and talk about here is, we're going to go ahead and skip across a little bit, is the Houston Texans. I actually just had a friend that did the Houston Texans collection, and this one is rather, you know, this one's probably the easiest one to do. We have here Brian Cushing as the only elite card in the set besides the badges, and Cushing goes for anywhere from 15 to 20K. Very, very reasonable buy. I would definitely recommend trying to get him for 15 instead of 20, just to, you know, lower the price for how much you're going to have to do this set for. Danielle Manning, here's a little bit of a sniper here. We're going to go ahead and grab this for 1.8, and it expired. So you got to be quick, guys. Don't think about it. You saw me lose it right there. Don't even think. If you see anything up for a minor snipe, just go ahead and grab it. You know, I do see Daniel Manning up around 5 to 8K every now and then, and he doesn't really get too lower than that. But I mean, right there, you've seen a snipe. You guys can wait for it. You guys will get a snipe on him eventually in any card in these MVP sets. So moving ahead now, anything else in here that might be expensive? Maybe Jadeveon Clowney. He's sitting at about 5K. That's going to be going down to maybe like 3. Arian Foster, this could be a rare card right here. We have 14K is the cheapest, 12K is the cheapest, actually 12.75, and you know, I've actually seen him down to about 7, so definitely wait on him. Don't buy him for more than 10. Dwayne Brown, this is another one that's going to be a little bit expensive. We have 10K here. I've definitely seen him up for around 6 to 10K, so that might actually be a decent buy. Alfred Blue, this might be a rare card. No, it is not. New gold card upgraded from a silver. Actually, I think it was upgraded from a bronze card. So, wow, 92 speed, 88 carrying, 95 acceleration, 93 elusiveness, 69 or 68 trucking. Not too bad for an 81 overall card. What else do we have here? We have Derek Newton. This might be a little bit of an expensive card. He's at 15K. I don't really see him going for too much. But yeah, the Texans set, like I said, this is going to be one of the more easier ones to get. You definitely will find most of these cards for under 10K if you just wait it out. And then once you get the elite badges and do the solo challenges, you get yourself a 93 overall Andre Johnson. So an actual, you know, good player that a lot of people might want to have in Andre Johnson. And this set, not being too expensive, you might be able to make a decent amount of profit off of the Texans one. Those are the three that I've heard of, mostly that everyone's trying to accomplish and trying to do right now. There may be more. I haven't really looked through them all yet. I heard the Seahawks is a good one to do. I haven't really exactly examined it as of yet, but a lot of people say Michael Bennett doesn't go for too many coins, and he's sitting at 129 with one bid at 108. Might try to bid on that a little bit later on, see if I can grab it for under, 115, but probably not going to happen. If people get into a bidding war with you and they want it, they're not going to, they're not going to give it up. Oh my goodness. I tried to say something. Tried to say something while breathing. That was not good. Cliff Averill here. I actually have a Cliff Averill up right now for 11.5k, and I would not recommend buying him for anything more than 10. I've actually seen him yesterday up for about 6. I'm sorry, guys. I probably should just cut the video, but I think it's going to go away now. That is not good. We have Doug Baldwin here. This one is actually going for 2k, nothing too crazy. What else do we have up here? Who else did I see? That was a little bit rare. Nothing here, nothing here. Where is he at? Like I said, this is another one that I'm looking at where I've seen most of these cards up, and they're not anything more than 3k. Maybe Anthony McCoy. I don't know why I'm thinking of him. Actually up for 2. Yeah, another good set to do. Get yourself a 93 overall Bobby Wagner, pass rush and run stuff styles. And Bobby Wagner is one of those cards that a lot of people do love. Being a really fast middle linebacker, really decent, zone coverage, pretty decent hit power. Just a card that a lot of people might want to play with, of course. And then they're the Super Bowl champions, so everyone is a Seahawks fan this year. So, there's always that. But yeah, like I said, I don't really see a card in here. I could be going through them all, but I don't really want to because I know they're not going to be going for a lot. Like Kevin Williams. Oh, we're going to go ahead and grab that. Got it for like 800 coins. Definitely we'll try to flip him here in a little bit. And very good buy right there, as you guys seen live. These do happen to me all the time. I've been doing this for now maybe like a week. And this is how I make a lot of coins. A lot of people always ask me, like, how do you go from video to video when you have over, 400, 300k made? Sometimes I snipe something crazy. Sometimes I snipe something small. A bunch of mini snipes, sell them, make a, really decent amount of profit. You just got to work the auction block. You got to work the sets, look through some of the players, and you'll eventually, come across a nice little gem of a snipe. And then you'll flip it for a decent profit. So, like I said, Michael Bennett in this set is the one you're going to have to worry about. And then the 2 elite badges. Nothing else seems expensive at all. So we're going to go ahead and move on from this one. Like I said, I have not found another card that goes for anything. Maybe you guys are having a little bit of an issue trying to find a card. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely take a look at that card because I'm always up for finding new cards that sell for a lot that I could snipe for pretty cheap. Another one that I've heard people say is semi, cheap is the Panthers, but I'm not too sure. I have not looked at this. I know the Quan Short sells for around 130k, and we see it up there for 130k. My friend actually got one for 30k yesterday, or not even yesterday. I think it was like 2 days ago, and he flipped it for about, I think like an 80k profit. So that was a very, very nice snipe for him right there. And I've not even seen Quan Short up too much. I haven't looked at his price, but I do know he's around 130k because he actually sold his for around 140, something like that. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at some more cards in this set. If you guys definitely can find the Quan Short for cheaper, then it's probably a decent set to obtain. You have to go ahead and get a, what do you get for doing this? A Thomas Davis. So a very fast linebacker for doing this set. Cam Newton's going to be going for a little bit of coins. You're probably not going to find him under 10k. A lot of people love Cam Newton still in Madden, and they're probably not going to throw him up for cheaper than 10. But if you guys do find a snipe, definitely grab it up. Jonathan Stewart, very cheap. Jericho Carter, there's no way he's rare. Ryan Khalil, this is probably a rare one, and he's up for about 9k. That's a pretty decent buy if you're trying to do this set. Definitely try to get him for around 9, nothing more than 10. Try to, like I said, limit your amount of coins spending on these cards to under 10k, and I think you'll be just fine. I mean, if you can get everything for under 10k besides like the elite and of course the elite badges, you should be able to make a profit. Graham Gano and Brad Nortman, here are some cards that I'd be worried about personally. Yeah, Graham Gano sitting at 19, and then we have Brad Nortman probably around 15, I would guess, and that's exactly where he's at, so around 18k. Yeah, I don't think this one will be too profitable unless you can get these two for cheap, the kicker and the punter. And then if you can grab the Quan Short and Cam Newton for a decent amount of profit, you might be able to make something, but I'm not really seeing it. I wouldn't mess with that collection if I were you guys. I will definitely take a look at more sets during the next couple of days. If I find any more that I think you guys could do for cheap, I'll let you know. But off the top of my head, I cannot think of any more. I really want to eventually try to do the Titans set, because I am a Titans fan. I love Delaney Walker, so I'll probably definitely do this one. The Titans set, I've been studying this one now for a couple days. The cards you're going to have to worry about, Rapati Patuatia, you're going to have to worry about Andy Levitre, and then you're going to have to try to get Jason McCourty and Jarrell Casey for cheap. And those cards right now are going for a ton. Rapati is probably sitting, yeah, there's not even one up. I saw him up for about 50K yesterday. I missed a snipe for 8K. I thought about it, and I made a mistake. If you have to think about it, buy it. Don't even think. If you want to take a small risk, and if you have to think about it, just take the risk, because more often than not, your instincts are correct when you have to think about something. Definitely always grab something if you have to sit there and wonder, is that a snipe? Because most likely, more often than not, it's a snipe. Andy Levitre, I've seen him up for about 10K, anywhere from about 8 to 10K. So around that price, I would definitely recommend grabbing him if you're trying to do this set. And then Jason McCourty, here's another big one. He's actually sitting at 9K right now, so his price has gone down. That would probably be a decent buy, anywhere from 5 to 9K. I would recommend buying for. And then the big one, the one you're going to have to worry about the most here, is Jarrell Casey, and he's actually sitting at 49K right now. So maybe during specialty packs, if he's going for, you know, cheaper than well, this might actually, how many people are bidding on this right now? 5? I might try to get that after I'm done with the video, because I definitely do want to try to get this set done. I want to try to get it done for the cheapest I can. But like I said, yeah, Jason McCourty, Jarrell Casey, even maybe Bernard Pollard. I know he actually hasn't had a card in a while, but this isn't upgraded at all. Only at 2.7K. So yeah, this set probably isn't going to be too hard for me to do. But making a profit off of it, I'm not too sure. I don't know how much Delaney sells for. It's going to be really hard to get Rapati, so I'm going to have to look at that one. But I will definitely update you guys for more sets to do that are going to be a little bit, you know, cheaper than the most of them, because I don't even want to know how some of these are, like the Chiefs. The Chiefs one is probably the hardest one to do, in my opinion, because you got Sean Smith in here. He's sitting at 35K, something like that, a little bit less than that maybe. Anthony Sherman, this one's always up for like 35 to 40K. He's at 50 right now. And then you have Rodney Hudson. This one's actually expensive as well. Last time I checked, he's sitting at 9K right now, not bad. You have Dustin Colquitt. Here's another one that's expensive. He's not even up right now. There's a lot of cards in here. A lot of people want this 93 overall Eric Berry, and I could tell why. He's actually a pretty decent player. Dontari Poe, here's another one that's super expensive, 25K. And then we have the Anthony Sherman base gold, and then Derek Johnson. Anthony Sherman sitting at 10K. And then in my, if I had to guess, I would say Derek Johnson's probably about 16K. And he's actually sitting at about 18. So this is one of the more harder sets to do without a super expensive, you know, elite card. All these cards pretty much are lower tiered, like elite card prices, so you're gonna have to spend a lot to get this Eric Berry, and I have not even seen anyone make a profit off of that yet. So definitely I will take a look at more of these sets. I'll study a little bit more, let you guys know some of the ones that I've personally found that are cheaper, and I'm gonna go ahead and end the video there, guys. So if you enjoyed, give the video a like and subscribe if you are new. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.